What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we explored the Distortion World and caught Giratina. In this episode, well, as per Cynthia's instructions, we're actually going to go and visit Professor Rowan. So let's just fly all the way back to Samgem Town. And yes, even though Lofty has fainted, we can still fly. Thank goodness, because it would be a long walk back to Samgem if we couldn't just, like, fly there. It would be ridiculous. Anyways, before we go and stop in and talk to the professor, what do you say we actually go and heal up our Pokemon? Because, as you saw, two of our party members are fainted, and obviously that is not a good thing. So let's heal them up, make sure everyone is in tip-top shape, then we'll go and talk to the professor, see what's up, and see if he wants us to do anything else. I mean, I'm sure he's pretty happy considering we caught him a legendary Pokemon. So he's probably, like, doing a bunch of studies on that and what have you. But let's see what he's up to. Matt, you've come back. You leave me speechless. You've done it. You really have done it. Never has my heart pounded this hard for so long in my 60 years of living. Well, please, don't have a heart attack. That would just make me look bad. The professor did a lot of checking up after you left. What does that even mean? He was really worried about you, Matt. He contacted acquaintances, looking for help, and... Matt, I'm glad to see you're safe. Welcome back. Well, thanks, Dawn. Oh yes, there was something I had to tell you. What is it? The 3 Pokemon of the lakes appear to have returned to their homes. Well, that's great. So tell me, how are things going for you? Yeah, well, you know, alright. The Pokedex? A total of 141. And the number of badges, 141 seems a little low. Well, you've got 7 already. That only leaves the Sunyshore gym. You've come this far. Why not obtain Sunyshore's badge? And why not challenge the Pokemon League? That will broaden your horizons further than ever before. Not to mention the opportunities to meet even more Pokemon. Well, you know what, Professor Rowan? That actually sounds like a pretty good idea. And we had to do that first, because if we tried to go to Sunyshore before talking to Professor Rowan, there would be like this giant fat dude blocking the road, and we'd be like, you can't go down there because the lights are out, or something like that. I don't know, there was some like blackout in the city, and unless you talk to Professor Rowan, that never gets fixed. So now that we talked to Professor Rowan, we can actually go to Sunyshore and take on the gym leader there. And you know, I do have to sort of go on a mini rant for a moment about the pacing of Pokemon games, especially Platinum, because we just got done with the Distortion World. You know, we put a stop to Cyrus in there, and we caught Giratina. Like, that was a giant apex of the game's, like, plot and story, and everything that we did prior was sort of building up to that moment. And now that that moment has passed, what are we left with? The 8th gym. It seems really odd to me that, like, a lot of Pokemon games do this. Like, they sort of make a huge event happen before, like, you know, another gym or another point in the game that's sort of, in comparison to that huge event that happens, is just, like, really mundane. And it bothers me just because the pacing seems off. Like, what I would have done, and this could be completely wrong and seem really stupid to some people, but I'm just gonna, you know, spitball it here. But what I would have done is had the player complete all 8 gyms, you know, while doing all that other plot stuff like, you know, Galactic HQ, stuff like that. But, have them complete all 8 gyms, then go to the Distortion World and catch Giratina. Then once you come back, it's like you completed the story and all 8 gyms, and then Professor Rowan will tell you, like, oh, by the way, you can still go to the Pokemon League, challenge the Elite Four, and beat the champion and stuff like that. And that's just like a little extra icing on the cake, because after the Distortion World and catching Giratina, like, that's sort of, I mean, the story doesn't end there, obviously. There's still more left, but that's what it sort of feels like, you know? So, I don't know. But that's just me. Anyways, here we are in Route 222. Surprisingly enough, there are no new Pokemon that we haven't already talked about here on Route 222. There are a few items like this full restore, and a few trainers, but most of them can actually be skipped, and some of them are optional and won't battle you unless you talk to them. I want to try and walk past most of them, but gosh dang it, looks like we're battling this person. Thankfully, most of the trainers here have only like 1 Pokemon. And you know, I gotta say, while we're moving through this route, I absolutely love this route's music. I believe it's the same music that plays on Route 212 and 209, and for whatever reason, like, people mostly associate this song with Route 209. That's probably because it's the first, like, time in the game that you hear it. So that would actually make sense now that I think about it. But, fun fact, this is also the same music that they remixed in Super Smash Bros. Brawl for, I believe, Pokemon Stadium 2? Either that or it was the first one on the GameCube, or like the remake of the stage on the GameCube. Either one doesn't really matter because it would fit regardless. Like, it is so upbeat and happy. And like, I haven't talked about the music too much in Pokemon, but it's really stinking good. Anyways, looks like we need to battle this little girl, so I'll take you on. Alright, now that that is done, let's just move down this route. And actually, there are a few more items that we can pick up in this area. Obviously, there's that one that you can see right in the center there, but there's actually a few hidden ones as well. So hopefully we can pick these up without encountering too many wild Pokemon. So there's another tiny mushroom, and this one is a quick ball, and there's one more. That's a random battle. No, not really. The last item is actually a full restore. Really? Another one? That seems kind of weird, but I will take it. Okay, can I please get out of this grass? Thank goodness. Let's continue on down this route now. And oh no, looks like we need to take on this fat sailor. Alright, dude, bring it on. You know, it always seemed kind of weird to me that, like, other trainers would just, like, stand in these popular routes and just wait for people to, like, walk by them. And then once they do so, like, bully them into battling them so they can progress down the route. Yo, fellow trainer! What's up, dude? Your Pokemon are secure inside their Pokeballs, but there's no masking that aura of serious toughness. Whoops, sorry. I should introduce myself. The name's Flint. I'm one of the Pokemon League's Elite Four. I just had this idea. Maybe you can pull it off. It's about this town's gym leader. He's really lost his enthusiasm lately because there have been so few good challengers worth his time. He's been so bored, he spends all of his time renovating the gym. And then the blackout happened. That sure didn't help lift his mood. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? I need you to give him a battle that's so hot, it will reignite his passion for battling. I'm counting on you, hotshot. Alright, well, I guess we are up to the challenge to do that, so what do you say we actually head over to the gym ASAP and see if we can actually challenge this guy right now. I mean, just because he's the 8th gym leader and probably the toughest gym leader in Sinnoh doesn't mean that we really should be worried. Let's see what's going on here, though. Yo, hiya, he hasn't come back yet. Oh, well, that's a shame. When he does, you know what you've got to do. Give him a battle that's so hot, it will reignite his passion for battling. Oh, we already read that stuff before. Thanks, man. Alright, so, looks like the gym leader is not in the gym, so we need to go find him. That way, we could battle him. But first, let's head down here and grab this item, which is a Thunderstone. And didn't we actually already get a Thunderstone in the ruins, like, way back when? I'm pretty sure it was a Thunderstone. I know we got a few different stones, but I think one of them was a Thunderstone. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. So let's just ride this elevator all the way to the top of this lighthouse because this is where the gym leader is. So let's talk to this guy. So you're the latest challenger up against the Sunyshore gym. Alright, I've decided. If I find you to be weak, I'm going to challenge the Pokemon League. I'm all done with renovating the gym, so I don't need to be here. More than anything, I want to have battles that can thrill me again. As the toughest gym leader in Sinnoh, I'm going to unleash everything in my arsenal on you. Alright, I like this guy, man. He is no holds barred. He just wants to go toe-to-toe and just duke it out with everything that he's got. I can respect that. I am excited to take this gym leader on. I mean, our team should do decently against an electric type gym. I might actually go and catch another Pokemon and train it up off screen just so I can use it in this gym and maybe in the Pokemon League, because I've been thinking about that since I probably won't need Carlton too much in the last final area. But anyways, he's finally come back. Well, that's just great. He seems to be feeling upbeat too. Fantastic. I have a hunch that he'd recognize your toughness right away. I bet he's getting excited over the thought of battling you. Fantastic. Let's go. Let me in. Remember what you have to do, Hotshot. Give him a battle that's so hot, it will reignite his passion for battling. Alright, Hotshot. I'll be waiting at the Pokemon League. Alright then. I am ready to challenge the 8th gym, but we're going to do that in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this part, like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.